I couldn't believe how McMichael seemed to be the first aggressor, the second aggressor, and the third aggressor.
Hello.
It really is a stark comparison to what we saw in the Rittenhouse case, because you have McMichael admitting that he's suspicious of somebody in his neighborhood, because there's some testimony that this guy was from the other side of the neighborhood, kind of thinly veiled there. And then
other side, wink, wink, I hear you.
Then he begins chasing the young man in his truck, and he's kind of pulled up alongside of him. What was the testimony? Aubrey turned around and ran in the other direction, and McMichael throws it in reverse and begins chasing him in reverse in his truck. Aubrey runs in a third direction. McMichael chases him. Ultimately, McMichael gets out of his truck with his shotgun, and he is the aggressor throughout the incident. It really is, it's pretty clear that even under friendly questioning from his own defense attorney, he did not paint a very compelling picture in support of self-defense.
There is no self-defense claim that can be made here. When somebody is running away from you, you cannot claim self-defense. When you don't have to, listen, you get in your car, you want to follow somebody because you think that they may have committed a crime. Okay, I even have problems with that. I don't understand why you just don't call the police and let them handle it, okay? But okay, let's just say Travis was so outraged at the perception that somebody was soiling his lily white neighborhood with their black ass, running. And running with a black ass means crime. Criminal activity is afoot. Criminal behavior must be. Blacks don't take care of their physicality. They don't jog. They're not healthy people. They're vermin. Okay. So he gets in his truck, right? He gets in his truck, but he grabs his shotgun first. Then he gets in his truck with his daddy in the back of the truck, in the flatbed portion of his pickup. And daddy's got a gun too. And then they chase this guy who's running away from them, running away. And their friend, Roddy, also gets in his car. And they hunt this dude. They hunt him and trap him like he was an animal. And they trap him between their cars where he can't get away from them. They jump out of their cars. He's got a shotgun. He points it at this kid, face to face, points it at this kid. Oh, well, this kid apparently had the temerity to try and swat the gun away to preserve his own damn life. He's acting in his own self-defense, and that becomes the casus belli. That becomes the reason why you have to shoot him. No, I don't care what town you're in. I don't care how deep in the South this is. Once there's cameras in the courtroom, which must happen, it must happen in every single trial. It must happen. And you can see the lying and you can feel the lying, and videotape, thank God, can show that you're lying. Then you must go to jail for the rest of your life for hunting a human being. It's blood sport down there. You understand that? It's blood sport. And the only difference between the 21st century and the 20th is video. That is it. That is the only thing that has changed. People's attitudes haven't evolved. People's understanding of each other haven't evolved. And any chance of evolution that we had was set back, 50 years by having a racist, spewing president. A president who spewed hatred and not only, encouraged violence, but really embraced it as a way to solve problems. Oh, punch him in the face. Get him out of here. Go home to your mama, right? All of this hostility, all of this violence, all of this, encouragement of being violent and telling people, go down there and kick some ass, right? Today's the day we take down names and kick some ass. This entire party, This entire party has set us back to like pre-1950s, okay? We're talking about, strange fruit again. We're talking about lynchings. That is the word everybody's groping for right this minute. What was that, Randy? What was that? That was a freaking lynching, okay? It was a fun day for them. That was a hunt. That was something they had fun doing, and they felt that they could get away with it because they were connected to law enforcement. The daddy was connected to the district attorney who would have to bring the charges, and she didn't. She didn't. And it wasn't until the videotape. It wasn't until Americans of good nature and sound reasonable mind saw that videotape that we said, holy crap, we just watched a lynching. Somebody has got to pay for Ahmaud Arbery's murder. And people of good faith in this country made a big stink. And if we didn't make a big stink about it, if we didn't make a big stink about George Floyd, if we let another Eric Garner happen, which was also on videotape, if we let it happen again and again and again after we were seeing it, and we were seeing it over and over and over again, it would have darkened our souls. We would have gone down that well, that deep, dark, dank well with them. And we weren't about to do that. We weren't about to trade our souls for theirs. Because these are some dark-hearted, nasty, ugly, evil, violent haters. These are some really gross people that have been given new life by a president who understood that they could be triggered. All he had to do was give them permission, and they would go right off the rails. And of course, the whole idea of it, like, why? Why is it a useful tool to have us doing this to each other? Why is it useful to have racism, percolating through the society yet again? Why is it useful to politicians to have one American set upon another American? Why is it useful to portray America as two separate nations? Because that creates chaos. Donald Trump, as you know, was a chaos candidate and a chaos president. Why? Why do they believe in chaos? Because in chaos you can steal. In chaos you could take away rights. In chaos you can get people screaming and clamoring for a heavy-handed response to anything and everything that people feel threatened by. You can get vigilantism to the fore. You can make people kill and hurt and maim and threaten other people. And that was a useful tool for them so that they could then transfer $2 trillion of middle-class taxes to the very rich. And that was just the beginning. And trust me, if another one of these lunatic, fringy people gets power as the president of the United States, the military is going to become their goon squad, just like it does in every third world nation. The inequality is a harbinger of things to come if they get anywhere near any kind of power ever again. Do not buy into their theory that they're going to take over again in 2022. This is not true. This is bullcrap. Everybody understands that guys like Paul Gosar should never be near any sort of decision-making power. Everybody understands violent videos beget more violence. Everybody understands that having a sitting member of the House of Representatives, whether it be Mo Brooks or Andy Biggs, also from Arizona, or Paul Gosar, also from Arizona, spewing this kind of, imagery or illusion that you could get away with killing another member of the House, or you could get away with killing anybody, killing at all. That would be something you would want to reach. By the way, I have to tell you, I'm sure you know by now. I don't want to, repeat what everyone else tells you, because I know that even casual viewers of news understand that after Paul Gosar was censured yesterday, like minutes after he was censored, he retweeted the same damn violent video, the anime. These people have it in their head that they could get half of America to kill the other half in service of their desire to steal. And I mean real money, big money, trillions, billions. It's their MO. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.